The message that you're about to hear is not to condemn or to make anybody feel bad. It is a message of awareness that will trigger you to make amends where necessary and to guide you appropriately to greatness. Amen. My message is entitled, "My Old Age Shall Not Cry." Somebody say it after me. My old age shall not cry. Repeat it again. My old age. My old age. Say it as if you mean it. All right. You will have understanding why this title came and why it is that it's important for us to cry out to God that my old age shall not cry. A lot of people get to a stage in life where they are supposed to be comfortable, where they're supposed to sit down and enjoy the fruit of their labor and comfort of life. But they get to a certain age in their life and come to find out that the reverse is the case for them. Somebody say, my old age shall not cry.
My old age shall not cry.
It is a pathetic when a man or woman finds himself or herself in a situation of regret in the latter days of their life. Very pathetic for someone in the latter days of their life. They will turn back and have regrets. The period that they are supposed to be a period of rest for them, a period that's supposed to be a period of peace for them, a period that's supposed to be a period of comfort for them, it is now become a period of full of regret and pain. Somebody say, it shall not be my portion. When these people will begin to say to themselves, had I known, what was I thinking then? What a wasted life. They will say to themselves, had I known, what was I thinking back then? I had all the opportunities. I have wasted my life. May this not be your portion in Jesus' name. Amen. May this not be our portion. Amen. When we talk about regret, what does regret mean? I'm not speaking about regret. I'm talking about my old age shall not cry. Because I have seen lots of old people in their 70s, 80s, 90s in pains and sorrow. And we learn from them not to make the same mistakes they have made. What is regret? I tried to search the definition of regrets from the dictionary, but the dictionary definition didn't give me what I'm looking for. But I finally got something I was looking for. Regret is a negative emotional state that involves blaming ourselves for a bad outcome. Feeling a sense of loss or sorrow at what might have been, or wishing we could undo a previous choice that we made. Let me repeat that again so it can sink in. Because I prefer this definition of regret. Why many people are dying in their old age of regret? Regret is a negative emotional state that involves blaming ourselves. It doesn't involve blaming others, blaming ourselves for a bad outcome. Feeling a sense of loss or sorrow at what might have been or wishing we could undo, but it's too late. A previous choice that we made. When many people think back in time, they are full of regrets. When many people think back in their younger years, they are now at the old age, the old stage of their life. They are filled full of regrets. It is very painful and unfortunate when you find people in their old age with no helper in their life, nobody to assist them in their life, and they are still working to make a living at the age of 85. It is very painful to see people at that age pushing a shopping cart to buy few groceries, few apples and oranges, and they are shaking, but there's nobody to help them. It is painful to find a lot of people in situations that are not convenient, a situation of tears. Because of choices they have made in life, and they have not come to that stage of life where they now regret some certain things. I pray your old age shall not cry in Jesus' name.
Amen.
That's my prayer. I pray that your old age, my old age, shall not cry.
Amen.
Let me tell you facts about old age. Fact about old age. Old age is a time for reaping. You either reap positively or you reap negatively. And the unfortunate thing about this is a lot of people are not reaping positively, they are reaping negatively because of choice. Old age possesses the power of blessing or poverty. It possesses the power of blessing or poverty, and it's all because of choice again. Because there are old people at the age they are still looking for pennies, nickels, and dimes. because of the choice they made when they were in their prime. Old age possesses wisdom. It is a time for someone to use the experience of life they have gained to speak into the life of the younger generation. Proverbs chapter 20 verse 29 says this: the glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is the gray head. The beauty is not beauty as in fineness. The beauty is the splendor, is the wisdom. The wisdom, the splendor, the understanding of an old man, of a gray-haired man. Number 4, old age comes with either regret or fulfillment. When you get to the point of old age, are you going to regret or are you going to have fulfillment? It's one or two of them. You cannot be neutral in this. It's either you're fulfilled or you regret. So the old age will afford us the ability to fulfill, and we live a life of fulfillment, and some people will live a life of regret. Number 5, old age is expected to be fruitful for you. Is expected. God expects you and I to be fruitful in our old age and not be filled with regret. Psalm 92 verse 13 and 14 says this. It says, they shall still bring forth in old age. Psalm 92 verse 13. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the court of our God. Verse 14. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing. The meaning of the word fat there means it's not growing fat. No, it means fresh. The person will still be fresh and flourishing in their old age. Number 6, fact about old age. God has the power to sustain a person's old age. God has the power to sustain a person in their old age, depending on how they live their life. The book of Ruth, chapter 4, verse 15, says this. Ruth, chapter 4, verse 15, and it says, and he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, and a nourisher of thy old age. A restorer of thy life and a nourisher of thy old age. And Another Bible translation says he will renew your life and sustain you in your old age. He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age. Now, people that find themselves in regret in their old age never planned or wished to be there. Let me repeat that again. People that find themselves in regret in their old age, they never planned or wished to be there. Most of the time, their situation is triggered by some factors in the life of that person. Did you hear me? Amen. The regret that they found in their life is triggered by some factors in the life of that person. One of the greatest gifts that God has given to us is the power to choose. Amen. Free will to choose. The power to choose, and he will never take that power away from anyone. Joshua, talking to the Israelites in Joshua chapter 24 verse 15, says, choose you this day. Choose you this day. Life is filled with choices, brethren. Whether we like it or not, life is filled with choices. A person can choose to live a God-centered life, or they can choose to live for themselves. At the tail end of their life, they will reap the consequences of their choice. That's the thing about choice. God will give you the choice to choose whatever you want, but you don't have the choice to the consequence, because the consequence is already determined for you. You don't have the choice for it. Now, what are the things that can cause a person old age to cry? Very important. Now, this is not scientific. This is my observation for many years. This is not a poll taken anywhere. I didn't see this anywhere. This is my observation. So that means there was much more than what I have. What are the factors that can cause a man or a woman to cry? At their old age, number one factor, lack of mercy and compassion. What did I say? Luke chapter 6 verse 36, he said, be you therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful. There are people that are mean-spirited, uncompassionate to others. They are hateful and not pleasant to be around. Their attitude has driven people away from them. And they have no understanding that the law of nature says a man will reap what they sow. Such a person in their old age will never find a single person to be around them because of the way they treated other people in life. Are you with me? Amen. Because because of the way they treated other people. In their old age, I've seen this happen. In their old age, not even their own children will be around them. Because they were so unpleasant to people that love them. They become hateful, spiteful, angry individual. When they get old, they will not find a soul that will be there for them. Because with their own hands, they have driven everyone who's supposed to assist them and help them in life. And they have forgotten that life is stages. Because they think that they will remain the same way, not knowing the time is going to come. The same people you disdain, the same people you malign, the same people you chase away, the same people you beat up, you call names, will be the same people that you're going to need their help in their old age, in your old age. And when that time comes, you will not see any of those people because of the way you treated them. When you were in your 40s and 50s, when you were in your 30s and so on. This is the reason why I tell people, parents and so on, treat your children well. Because a time is going to come, they are going to be the one that will take care of you in your old age. Are you with me?
Amen.
Number 2 cause that can make a person cry in their old age. Unrealistic goals towards marriage. There are a lot of people that want to be married whose standard of marriage are unrealistic. To these people, Mr. Good is not good enough. They are looking for Mr. Perfect. Who of course does not exist anyway. And if such a person exists, it could be Mr. Perfect or Mr. Perfect. If such a person exists, he's going to be better than you. There are a lot of people that have in their mindset, yes, they want to be married. In their mindset, they've already devised the means, the purpose, what the person who they want to be married to looks like, talk like, think like, move like, have this set of jobs and so on and so forth. It is all realistic because when you start getting old in life, you come to regret that all the people that God has sent into your life, you send them away because they do not match what you have already conceived in your heart. Amen. So these people now, they are now older. And unfortunately, they are no more attractive as they used to be when they were younger. And they are now set in their own ways. Because time will make them to set in their ways. Now they are now set in their ways and they are now become cynical. And when they are now old, the marriage which they have thought they would have gotten into is now a dream. Has now become a dream. Because Because the opportunity came so many times and they blew it. Are you with me?
Amen.
And they blew that opportunity.
Amen.
Number 3. I wish we have more youth in this place today, because this message is also for them.
Yes.
Failure to take care of their money. Turn to the book of Proverbs chapter 21 verse 17. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 17. And it says, he that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. Proverbs chapter 27, verses 23 and 24. And 24 says, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds, for riches are not forever, and doeth the crown endure to every generation. There are people that live their lives as if riches will endure forever, last forever. These are people that never plan for their future. They have no vision. They have no plans. They thought that they will stay 25, 26, or 30, or 25 forever. They never saved any income they get. To them, I have to live and enjoy my life, because I only have one life to live. So whatever pleases me, I buy. Whatever pleases me, I eat, and so on and so forth. They never plan that they will have an old age. And when the old age catches up on them, they will look back with the reality that they don't even have anything. They are depending on someone to assist them. Some people invest, and they invest on the wrong things. Fortunate thing is that now they are stuck. Now they are old. They cannot start afresh again. They are stuck. And I see them pulling their back, going to work at the age they are. Because what they have cannot sustain them. Anyone who does not plan for their old age is unwise. If you are somebody that likes wine, that likes oil, that likes to go out every night, that likes to buy food every night, that likes to buy new clothes, new sneakers, new shoes, new trend, new car, new things, you are unwise. Because when you get to your old age, you come to find out the sneakers you bought for $300 doesn't even fit you anymore. Because your feet have shrunk. Because the more you age, the more dwarfy you get. The shoe that you got, even on sale, and you say it's a bargain. It was for $1,000. I got it for bargain for $500. It's no longer worth it. And when you're 85, you're now going to work at Walmart as a greeter.
Yes, Lord.
May it not be our portion. Amen. In Jesus' name. Amen. Let's move on. Number 4, cause of crime. Laziness. Laziness is when a person is resting when they are not tired. Resting when they are not tired. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4 says, he becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. Many people have lost a lot of opportunity just because of laziness. In God's agenda, brethren, let us know this for a fact. In God's agenda, there is no room for wastage. None. No room. A lot of destinies have been truncated, got shot, destroyed on the altar of laziness. There are people that are procrastinators. Lazy people are procrastinators. They like to put things off. What you're supposed to do now, today, do it. Do not put off opportunities that God has given to you. Because in your old age, you are going to think back and remember all those opportunities you blew, you lost. These people love excuses. They make up excuses for everything because they are lazy. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 13 says this. It says a slothful man. The book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 13. He said, the slothful man said, there's a lion outside. I shall be slain in the street. So you are the only one that saw the lion. You are the only one that lion will slay. Everybody else will see the lion and still move. In their old age, they will cry because they wasted their life and their destiny with much procrastination and much excuses. Are you with me?
Amen.
Number 5. Let's move on. Failure to take care of their health. Whatever you sow, you will reap. There are people who have affinity. They are tasty for fried stuff, fried pork, fried chicken, fried beef. Everything is about frying. They cannot eat anything else unless if it is fried, because they have the taste bug for fried stuff. Listen to me. Many health problems are caused by the neglect of two simple things. Two simple things. Number one, the diet you eat and the exercise you don't do. That's it. The diet you eat and the exercise you fail to do. Listen, I don't care how much you enjoy Chinese food. If you have high blood pressure, it is one food you should stay away from. Because you are killing yourself, brethren, in your old age. You're going to have a lot of medical issues going on with you because of what? You love Chinese food. Everybody knows about diet and exercise. We know about it. But only few people act on it. Only few. People don't like to walk. And now they take Uber. Go from point A to point B, Uber. What happens to taking a walk 10 blocks? Let me Uber it. The money you don't have now is gone. Because everything is now Uber. Listen, when you are young, it doesn't matter that much anyway for most people. But when you are getting older, every little thing counts. Every little thing matters. If you live in a high-rise, take the steps, walk up to your place. Watch the food you digest. Watch the food you eat. Not everything that looks good is good for you. That's why the Bible says the greatest thing that you have to do is put a knife to your throat. If you're someone that indulges in food a lot, mind what you eat, because in your old age, I'm telling you, brethren, you don't want to cry. Number 6. Having bitterness and unforgiveness. Having bitterness and forgiveness. There are people who hold grudges, resentment, bitterness, and unforgiveness all throughout their adulthood till their old age. And the person they are holding bitterness, resentment, grudges toward, maybe the person is already dead. And they are still holding these grudges and resentment and bitterness towards a dead person till their old age. You have no idea how many old men sit alone in a whole house with nobody to visit them. When they die in the house, nobody knows for months, for weeks, for months that they are dead because nobody visits them. Amen. Because of what? Unforgiveness, bitterness. Anyone that has bitterness and unforgiveness, you are being taken away from the grace of God. The grace of God that's supposed to be upon you is not there. It is something that will take a person away from their destiny and eventually destroy them in their old age. It will eat you from the inside out, eats you. And the person dies a miserable death at the end of their life because of this. The person will have regrets. They will live a life of regret, have regret at their old age if they harbor these negatives in their lives. I don't know what the Lord is, why this message had to come out. I have no idea. I've witnessed these things I'm telling you. There are much more. But these are the ones that I can come up with the time that I had to prepare my message that I've seen in the life of people. We are growing up or growing older gracefully. Let that grace sustain us. The people that you see now, that you are kind to, that you are compassionate to, that you speak kindly to, the law of nature says that in the time of your need, you may find them once again in your life. Learn how to take care of yourself. The research I did on this, I said, okay, let me find out what research says about regret in old age. And one of the things that I saw is not part of my message because it's not given to me by God. But this is scientific. They interviewed 1,000 old people. What do you regret? And the one thing that's common, two things that are common. One is if I had known I would have learned to live my life and not to live for others. To live for others. And the number one out of the whole thing is, if I had known, I would have worried less in my time. I would have worried less in my time. Learn to live for yourself. Do not live your life for others. Let me tell you something. Holy Spirit, thank you. Do you know what destroys Saul? Most people don't know this. Most preachers don't know this. What is it that destroys Saul? It's not because he disobeyed God. No, it's part of it. But what was the main reason that Saul got destroyed? One, he was a people pleaser. Even when God spoke through Moses that his kingdom has ended, what did he say? Oh, Moses, do not leave me. Stay with me so these people can see. Do not be a people can see. Are you getting me? Amen. That is what destroyed him. Amen. Throughout the whole time. Why didn't he kill the Amalekites? Because the people, he said, the people. Everything is about the people. To him. Learn to live your life and not for others. Because at the end of your life, at the old age, you will come to regret, I never lived for myself.
Oh Lord, I thank you.
May the power of God work in your life. And may He repair what is necessary. Amen. I pray that you will never have an old age of tears. Amen. Your children shall celebrate you. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. I pray that the grace of God shall sustain you and deliver your destiny. Amen. Amen. From the hands of the wrong people. Amen. May God take your destiny into greatness. Amen. Throughout the days of your life. Amen. You shall not weep. Amen. Did you hear me? Amen. You shall not weep. Amen. You shall not weep for your children. Amen. You shall not weep for your grandchildren. Amen. In your old age, you will not weep. Amen. In Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you.